Okay, so I'm just off out on a walk. I've got some Ilford Delta 3200, and what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing comparison against that and Ilford Delta 400, but push processing the Delta to 3200 as well to give a comparison. However, I'm only going to do about 5 or 6 shots because I'm doing different series of different types of films. So I don't want to use the whole Delta 400 as one and push process. So I'm going to cut a piece of the film out and then do something else with the Delta 400. And I've been using the rest of the 3200 on different types of shots and different times of the day. Today I've got to go out and take a photograph of a few little bits. I've got 6 shots left. I've done a portrait. I've also done a shot inside. I've set up this little thing where you'll see like a different paint colours in a watercolour pot thing. Anyway, hard to explain, but you'll see it now anyway. And that's going to be used when I do tests on different films. So you can see the different contrasts you get with different types of films. So as I say, now it's just going to go out for a walk, finish this film off. I've not used Delta 3200. I don't think I've used it before, even years ago. I'd used the T-Max 3200 many, many years ago. Not used that since. I will be using that at some point, but it's going to be, I'm going to be going through all the different black and white films that I can lay my hands on. I'm doing a special lot about 400 speed films, and I've got a lot of those lined up to do in the next few weeks. But obviously we're still in lockdown. It's still a pain in the backside. I can't really go very far, and I'm waiting till I can get, say, back into London. There's loads of things I want to do. There's loads of shots I want to take, loads of places I want to go to. So bear with me on this. I also want to make the actual blogs a bit longer as well, because they're coming out 3 or 4 minutes each, and it's just like, it's not, is it worth you watching that when I'm going to do what I'm doing? Okay, so I've come out. I've taken a few shots already. I've taken one of their high street with some really contrasty from the shadowed areas of the actual shops to the distance in the background where it's really, really lit. Problem is, whenever I come out and I want to do this stuff to camera, there's always people about, and it's like, and they all seem to be in the places that I want to take the photographs as well, which is another bit of a pain. But I did one of a no cycling sign down a small alleyway, which I don't know if it will come out at all. It was really, although it was a 1/2 of a second f3.5, it had very, very low contrast, so I'm not holding out much hope for that. Also, I forgot to tell you, I'm using a Praktica BX20, and I was mainly using, most of the roll was shot on a 50mm lens, but I've put on the 35-70 3.5 zoom, which isn't that good a lens, but I thought I'd just take my last few shots with it. And the reason I've chosen the BX20, all the other cameras I've got that are actually any good don't go up to 3200s. I know my Canons do, my more modern Canon film cameras do, but I didn't want to use them. I wanted to use a really old classic camera like the BX20, so that's what I did. And hopefully, as I say, we'll get some nice results. So berries are always nice to photograph. However, trust me, it's really difficult to focus on a split level focuser. I don't know what the proper name for it is, for when you get this split image through the viewfinder. But yeah, but I did this shot here, what we're looking at now, but obviously it's going to be grainy black and white because it's 3200. But as I say, trying to focus on it was a complete nightmare, and they are moving about a little bit, but I think it'll still look nice. So, get me hat down. I'm on to the last, I think, 2 shots now, and I've just seen another no cycling sign. So I thought I'd do that. And if I just go over here, I'll show you something I've just done. Let's turn the camera around if we can. So I've taken a picture part of this sign here, and also this red one just here. I don't know how well it's going to come out, but it'd be nice. I'm really always excited to be out and taking photographs and stuff of different things. So yeah. Okay, so I'm back home. I've finished taking the photographs on the Ilford Delta 3200, and I've looked at the different developers, and I've gone for Microfen. I just want to go through what sort of film developers I've got. So this one is X-Toll. I bought 5 litres of it. Do you know what? not convinced by it at all. So I'm actually probably going to tip this last bit away. I've used 4 litres of it on different types of films, and I just wasn't really that overly pleased with it all. So there's that one. My original go-to developer was ID11, and I really like this. I just find it so simple to use. However, there is one that trumps this, which is Rodinal. Now, I know there's mixed reviews about Rodinal, but I like it because it's actually easy for me to do a one-shot development. It means I get the temperatures right. So in the cold, like it is now, I don't have to like mix the chemicals up and then wait and try and get it up to temperature. With this, I mix it at temperature, perfect. But I've gone for the microphone, so I've cut the back out, and I didn't realise all the instructions are on the back, and basically it tells you how to mix them. And I checked the development time, so the Delta 3200 at 3200 is 9 minutes. So I'm going to get this mixed up, and I have to wait for it to cool down. She's got to mix it at 40 degrees. So I'll get that done, and then I'll develop the film, and then we'll start looking at the photographs I've taken with the film. Now, don't forget that I'm going to be using, hold on, let me just go, so yeah, I've also got this Delta 400, and that's going to partly be used at 3200 to have a comparison between what this is going to be like and what the 3200 is going to be like. So I'm going to do that as another video, but I just wanted to look at the 3200 as it was. With this one, I'm going to do a film as a 400, but I'm going to take about 4 or 5 shots that's the same as on the 3200 and then compare the two. So that means just taking a few shots and then cutting the film out the back. That's the plan anyway. Okay, so I just discovered I had a microphone problem, which wasn't good. So I'm hoping the footage I filmed earlier isn't got lots of noise and crackle all over the top. I've been meaning to get a new microphone. I do have a few, but I've put a new one on now. Anyway, so I've now made up the developer. That's ready. And here's the dilute solution. And I'm going to try and come to the camera so you can see that. So see if I can get it to focus. Come on, there you go. So there it is. Problem is it's too warm at the moment. I had to mix this up at 40 degrees. So it's too warm. It's still about 25 degrees now. So I've got to wait for that to cool down. The film is in the development tank. So I've got a little room, a little cupboard there. I can make a little dark room. It's a pity I can't do my own printing. I just can't afford the actual enlarger and all the bits that go with it at the moment. So if anyone out there's got one and doesn't want one, please let me know. But yeah, so that's ready to go. So I'm just literally waiting for this to come down to temperature now, rather than try and cool it put it in the fridge or something. I'm just going to let it come down to temperature, develop it. I've checked the fixer and the fixer's working well as well. So everything's good to go. Okay, so it's the end of the evening and I've developed the film and they come out and they look quite nice. I'm going to scan them now. So, but you can see, I don't know where you can see this at all, but you can see, no, you can't see this at all, but yeah, they've all come out. Be interested to see what they come out like. Now I've looked at a few of them close up and they look really quite sharp, so I'm quite pleased, but you'll see a whole load of them now.